Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Saturday, 28th of December 2024. From the history point of view, on 28 December 1885, the Indian National Congress was established, marking a significant date in India's history. This political party played a central role in the country's struggle for independence from Great Britain and has been the dominant force in the Indian governance since gaining freedom. This day not only commemorates the founding of a key political entity but also connects us to various historical events, births, and deaths that have shaped the nation's narrative. Now, starting the newspaper with the world news, including Israeli airstrike hit a Yemen airport as passenger plane lands. United Nations official reports. Azerbaijan Airlines alleges external interference in the plane crash in Kazakhstan. South Korea's opposition-controlled National Assembly votes to impeach acting President Han. In a first, South Korea says Ukraine captures injured North Korean soldier fighting for Russia. South Korea's acting President Han Duck-soo faces impeachment as Yoon's trial begins. Bird flu mutations found in the first several United States human case, CDC reports. From the Hindu newspaper, Israeli troops forcibly remove staff and patients from northern Gaza hospital. Officials says a department is damaged inside the Kamal Advan hospital during the ongoing Israeli military operation amid Israel-Hamas conflict in Beit Lahia in the northern Gaza Strip. Gaza's health ministry says Israeli troops have stormed one of the last hospitals operating in the territory's north and forced many of the staff and patients outside. Israeli troops stormed one of the last hospitals operating in northern Gaza on Friday, December 27, 2024, forcing many staff and patients outside the strip in the winter weather. The territory's health ministry said the army denied claims it had entered or set fire to the complex and accused Hamas of using the facility for cover. Kamal Advan Hospital has been hit multiple times over the past 3 months by Israeli troops waging an offensive against Hamas fighters in the surrounding neighborhoods. According to staff, the ministry said a strike on a hospital a day earlier killed 5 medical staff. North Koreans suffering battlefield losses unprotected by Russian forces. Ukraine's President Zelensky. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky said Russian troops were sending the North Koreans into battle with the minimum protection. North Korean troops developed in Russia's Kursk region are suffering heavy losses and being left unprotected by the Russian forces. They are fighting alongside Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Friday, December 27, 2024. Mr. Zelensky, in his nightly video addresses, said Russian troops were sending the North Koreans into the battle with minimal protection and the North Koreans were taking extreme measures to avoid being taken prisoner. The losses are significant, very significant. We see that neither the Russian military nor the North Korean overseas have any interest in ensuring the survival of these North Koreans. He said, everything is set up so that it is impossible for us to capture them. There are instances in which they are executed by their own forces. Russia set them into assaults with the minimal protection. Now, from Hindustan Times newspaper states that Srinagar receives the season's first snowfall. A 2 months dry spell ends in the valley. People enjoying the launch during the first snowfall of the season in Srinagar on Friday. But on this time, this was the heavy snowfall. Srinagar, many parts of the Kashmir witnessed season's first major snowfall, bringing relief from the cold wave. The summer capital Srinagar witnessed the season's first snowfall on Friday. As per the officials, 3 inches of snow was recorded in the city. But I think this time it may be 2 to 3 feet. Met Office has predicted more snow in coming days due to the active western disturbances over the Kashmir. Gulmarg, Tangmarg, Sonamarg and several parts of the north and south Kashmir recorded snowfall since Friday morning. The snowfall also led to delay in flights from the Srinagar airport. Due to the snow, 7 flights got cancelled. Compared to the northern parts, South Kashmir witnessed more snow. We hope this weather system brings more snow in the coming days, as said a senior Met official in Srinagar. 2 injured in a gunfight between the security forces and militants in Manipur. Sporadic gunfights have been reported since the Christmas Eve in Manipur, which has been in the throes of ethnic violence between the Metis and Koki Zo communities since the May 3 last year. In Fall, at least two people, including a police commander, suffered a bullet injuries on Friday in a gunfight with the armed militants in Impal East District as tensions escalated in the ethnic strife torn Manipur, police said. Officer Eid Abdul Rahman Maki, designated a global terrorist, dies in Lahore. Abdul Rahman Maki was frequently seen with the Hafiz Said addressing gathering where he called for jihad against India in the name of Kashmir till the Pakistani authorities began cracking down on LET. New Delhi. Abdul Rahman Maki, the brother-in-law of the Lashkar-e-Taiba LET founder, Hafiz Said, and designated a global terrorist by the United States and the United Nations following the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks, died in the eastern Pakistan city of Lahore on Friday. Maki, for the past few days, was being treated at a private hospital in the Lahore for diabetes when he died due to the heart attack, according to a statement from the Jamaatud-Dawa, a friend for LET. Proficient in Arabic and English, he assumed the name the Plum Maki after graduating from the Qura University in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. More an ideology and fundraiser, he was for the long associated with the LET political wing and became head of the political affairs department in the 2008 when the group carried out the brazen terrorist attacks in the Mumbai that killed 166 people. While the United States designated Maki as a global terrorist in November month of 2010, saying he gave $248,000 to the LET training camp and $165,000 LET affiliated madrasa, efforts to sanction him at the United Nations Security Council while stymied by China, which placed a so-called technical hold on the matter. Now, from economy point of view, food spending raises in rural area gap with the urban centers shrinks overall. The consumption growing in the rural India, urban-rural gap dropped to 70% in the 2023-24 from 84% in 2011-12. Consumption inequity both rural and urban areas has been declined compared with the 2022-23. The service report shows. Delhi High Court dismisses PIL challenging patient chief's appointment. The High Court orders cited guidelines of the Supreme Court that bar admitted PIL on certain categories, including service matters and those pertaining to pension and gratuity. The All India Patent Officers Welfare Association (AIPOWA) had moved the court seeking quashing of Pandita's appointment on the grounds that the recommendation by the search committee did not comply with the mandate of the law. Delhi High Court. Current account deficit narrows to $11.2 billion in Kyoto. Reserve Bank of India says the current account deficit is the difference between the exports and imports of goods and service. It is a key indicator of the country's external sector. Private transfer receipts, mainly representing the remittances by Indians employees overseas, increased to $31.9 billion in the second quarter of the current fiscal from $28.1 billion in the year-ago period. Now from Science and Tech, NASA spacecraft is safe after closest-ever approach to the Sun. An artist's conception of the Parker Solar Probe spacecraft flying into the Sun's outermost atmosphere, called Corona, on a mission to help the scientists to learn more about the Sun. The Parker Solar Probe passed just 3.8 million miles, 6.1 million kilometers from the solar surface on December 24. NASA said on Friday, December 27, 2024, that its Parker Solar Probe was safe and operating normally after successfully completing the closest ever approach to the Sun, any human-made object. The spacecraft passed just 3.8 million miles, 6.1 million kilometers from the solar surface on December 24, flying into the Sun's outermost atmosphere, called the Corona, on a mission to help scientists learn more about the Earth's closest star. National Green Tribunal (NGT) issues notice to center those over improper recycling of used solar panels, photovoltaic solar panels. PV panels containing heavy metals like lead and cadmium, which could leach into the soil and water, causing long-term environmental damage, says a bench comprising of a National Green Tribunal chairperson Justice Prakash Shrivastava and expected expert member Senthilwell. Sorry. The National Green Tribunal NGT has sought a response from the Center on the improper disposal and recycling of photovoltaic PV solar panels. The Green body was hearing a letter petition filed by the farmer in Uttar Pradesh claiming lack of proper disposal facility for used solar panels. Bird flu virus shows mutations in the first several human case in the United States, CDC says. The United States Centers for Disease Control said patient's samples showed mutations in the hemagglutinin gene, the part of the virus that plays a key role in it attaching to host cells. However, the risk to general public remains low. The United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said on Thursday, December 26, 2024, its analysis of samples from the first several cases of bird flu in the country last week showed mutations not seen in the samples from an infected backyard flock on the patient's property. The CDC said that the patient's samples showed mutations in the hemagglutinin A gene, the part of the virus that plays a key role in attaching to host cells. The health body said the risk to the general public from the outbreak has not changed and remains low. Sleep disorders in children, how to recognize and handle them. The array of consequences of sleep disruption range from the irritability to poor academic and work performance to being triggers for major mental illness and suicides. In this digital era, when forces to disrupt sleep are overwhelming, we must learn to prioritize sleep and instill healthy sleep habits in our children, who are our future. Sleep has long been recognized as an active process by the scientific community, contrary to the popular belief of it being a period of inactivity. Sleep is defined as a normal, reversible, recurring state of reduced responsiveness to external stimulation and relative physical immobility. Understanding the function of sleep is crucial to understanding the consequences of sleep deprivation and sleep-related disorders. The function of sleep include fostering optimal brain growth and development, enhancing learning, attention, and memory, regulating emotions, appetite, and decision-making, strengthening of the immune functions, as well as optimal time for rest and repair of body tissues. The composition and function of sleep vary with the age and development. The change noted with the increasing age from infancy to adulthood or decrease in the total sleep time and the gradual setting up of a consistent sleep-wake cycle. Sleep health is a topic that has just recently garnered worldwide interest in the scientific circles. However, this is yet to make such a much headway amongst the general public. There has also been a much needed shift in the importance from treatment of insomnia to prevention of sleep disorders and maintenance of the good sleep health. When Manmohan Singh gave a leg up for Shah's initial space mission, former Prime Minister Mr. Manmohan Singh with the former ISRO chairman K. Radhakrishnan during his visit to Sriharikota. During the 1972-76, a member of finance of the Space Commission, he contributed significantly to advancing India's trust with the space. Former Prime Minister of India Manmohan Singh is associated with the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, especially Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota, SDSCSHAR, was marked by support and vision to perpetuate the space missions. During the 1972-76, a member of finance of the Space Commission, Dr. Singh, had contributed significantly to advising India's trust with the space. When Satish Dhawan had ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and APJ Abdul Kalam led the SLV-3 project, Dr. Singh visited Shar in the 1976 to review the technical facilities for the project. At last, there's a famous personality who is known by his famous full name, Abul Kalam Ghulam Muhyiddin Ahmad bin Khairuddin Al-Hassani. That is Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, whose birth anniversary was actually in 11 November 1888 up to 22nd February 1958, was an Indian independence activist, writer, and a senior leader of the Indian National Congress. Following India's independence, he became the first Minister of Education in the Indian government. He is commonly remembered as Maulana Azad. The word Maulana is an honorific, meaning of master, and he adopted the Azad phrase as his pen name. His contribution to establishing the Education Foundation in India is recognized by celebrating his birthday as National Education Day across the India. As a young man, Azad composed poetry in Urdu as well as the treatise on religion and philosophy. He rose to the prominence through his work as a journalist, publishing works critical of the British Raj and espousing the causes of Indian nationalism. Azad became the leader of the Khilafat movement, during which he came into the close contact with the Indian leader Mahatma Gandhi. After the failure of the Khilafat movement, he became closer to the Congress. Azad became an enthusiastic supporter of Gandhi's ideas of non-violent civil disobedience and worked to organize the non-cooperation movement in the protest of the 1919 Revolt Acts. Azad committed himself to Gandhi's ideals, including promoting Swadeshi indigenous products and the cause of the Swaraj self-rule for India. In 1923, at the age of 35, he became the youngest person to serve as the president of Indian National Congress. In the month of October 1920, Azad was elected as a member of the foundation committee to establish Jamia Millia Islamia at Aligarh in Uttar Pradesh without taking help from the British colonial government. He assisted in shifting the campus of the university from Aligarh to New Delhi in 1934. The main gate number 7 to the main campus of the university is named after him. Azad was one of the main organizers of the Darasana Satyagraha in 1931 and emerged as one of the most important national leaders of the time, prominently leading the causes of Hindu-Muslim unity, as well as espousing secularism and socialism. He served as the Congress president from 1940 to 1945, during which the Quiet India Rebellion was launched. Azad was imprisoned together with the anti-Congress leadership. He also worked for Hindu-Muslim unity through the Al-Hilal newspaper. Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad says a very famous quotation. He says that educationists should build the capacities of the spirit of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial, and moral leadership among the students and become their role model. Hence, his birth anniversary is celebrated as National Education Day. Okay, thank you.